Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'd love to show you guys how I made these beautiful fashion books. So just stay tuned and watch. Alright, so here we go. These are my own very books, but you can also go to the dollar store and purchase the books for $1, or you can go to the thrifty store, or you can go anywhere, especially around your house. So first I want to show you guys that these books are really old, and with one of them I'm going to spray paint, and the rest of them I'm just going to go ahead and paint them. Alright, so let's start. One, I have already painted or colored my book a long time ago, so it's gonna take me a minute to get everything covered up. What I didn't realize is that the old books are super hard to cover up because of the wrinkles and how much they actually have, you know, dirt or something old with the books, but actually looks really nice because then it just looks like an old vintage book. And don't worry, it's easy if you want to do a project with your kids too, because my daughter actually helped me out most of the time while I was trying to fix the recording and trying to get the paint not to go everywhere actually, and you know, the work base was really small, so I had to figure a lot of things out. Right here I had to make sure that I got the edges, because if you don't get the edges then it just doesn't look right, because with the paper or the book having a different color. And I do not recommend you open the book and leave it open to dry, because then when you try to close it, it actually will rip the book because of how old it is, and then the paint actually will tear off a bunch of the paperback and stuff like that off of the book. So I do not recommend to have it open when you dry it. I think the white turned out so good. I actually like it. It looks really nice. Okay, so I had to touch it up the second time. I had to let it dry, and like I said, I do not recommend you having the book open while you're trying to paint it, or having it dried or whatever, because it doesn't work out that way. It just breaks the book and it becomes the paint ends up tearing off, and so does the book. It just doesn't look good at all. So I do not recommend you having the book open while dried, but I do think it's okay to have it open while painting it, but just be very careful because it will dry super fast if you're not careful. So right here is where I struggled to close the book, but as you can see that I didn't let it dry fast enough, or yeah, so I let it, like, it was still wet, so I was able to save the book. So yeah, don't do that. Right here is where I'm showing you this logo. So the logo is actually blue. I don't know how I ended up grabbing a blue Sharpie, but all of my stencils that you see are actually made by me because for one, my printer stopped working, and for two, I did not run to the store to get any type of lettering, stickers, or anything like that. So I literally had to use paper and cut every one of them out, trace every one of them because I'm not very good at, you know, drawing or anything like that. So anyways, and I did not go to the store and get the right glue. This is not the right glue to use. This glue is actually good to use for paper, but I do not recommend it to use for the book. And I actually need to go find one that is good for the book. So if anybody out there that knows the best glue to do this project on these nice, beautiful books, please comment below and let me know the name of it, please, because I really forgot the name. As you can see, every single one is cut out. I did every single one, so I'm actually pretty proud because they turned out really good, and they turned out like as if I bought them. But the glue, even though I said I don't recommend the glue actually did help me, and it did stay. Everything stayed. Everything dried up and stayed, and I was actually able to use the glue over the paper. So see, it looks so good. Okay, so this one I decided to cover it all black. Everything black. Why not, right? I mean, who doesn't love everything black? So this was actually an easy project just because it was so white and I was able to cover the whole book. I had so much fun with this paint. I know my daughter's gonna be super jealous that I was able to play with paint and she wasn't. Shh. Don't tell her I said that. Whatever you do, don't do like me. I did not clean the brush before I started the black, so there was quite a bit of white in it, and I was getting a little irritated with that, but it's because I didn't clean the brush right away. So don't do that. Don't be like me. Clean the brush so you can have a really good fine color that you want. Like I wanted it jet black, and here I am covering it up with white and black at the same time, so that didn't work out very well. Make sure you do all the edges in the book. I do think that if you do the outside, like if the pages get wet, that's fine, it's okay, you know, just make sure that you display it differently. And make sure that you let it dry. I had a trouble with this sign, the Louis Vuitton, only because I had to do it twice. This is actually the second time that I did this because my bad, I used super glue. Never use super glue on these projects. That is a big no-no. And that is another reason why I have asked in the comments if someone could let me know about the glue that I could use. I heard that it's like E something, E900 or something like that, but I'm not too sure. But I was able to press it down and glue it on the book, and it actually turned out really good. As you can see, I was able to glue the book and then glue the paper on the book, But the reason why I did this is because I didn't get to see the glue after the glue actually disappeared. So that was a good thing for me. Even though the black book showed a little bit more than the white book, but that was okay. I was able to kind of cover it up with black paint. Never use a Sharpie because the black Sharpie is not the same color as a black paint. Who knew? So this is exactly what I was talking about. I had to cut out and trace out my own letters and words and everything, and it was a disaster. I'm telling you right now, it was so hard because I'm not good at drawing. I'm not really, an artistic person. At least I don't think so. But all I gotta say is, for all the I can'ts, I did it. Yes, the struggle is real. I really had a hard time doing this. I actually had fun doing it, but it really was very difficult because the glue that I was using just wasn't working. And like I said, eventually it did dry up. It just didn't work. And the reason why I decided to draw all the letters with the Sharpie is because it was just a lot of cutting to do. I don't have the right scissors for it, or like anything to like carve it around or whatever to help me out. So I decided to use the Sharpie again, and I gotta say, it actually didn't turn out too bad. It kind of was okay. It looked black and you can see the letters, so hopefully it did turn out pretty good. You see, I think I have a little bit of skills with the drawing. Yeah, that looks good. I think I did a really good job. So, while we're in the middle of the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and make sure that you hit the notification button because you'll be seeing more of my beautiful books and more of my projects. It's Dior, baby. So I had to, again, obviously, draw out the words because I suck at drawing, and then I just colored it in with another Sharpie. This one, I chose Dior because I thought it had like other logos, but I've never bought anything Dior, so I had no idea. I didn't have any other type of logo, but whatever, it worked. So yeah, so I just basically cut out my own letters and just had to glue them on the books. you guys like that cutting skills. See, these scissors are actually different scissors. They actually are not crafty scissors. I'm gonna buy me some crafty scissors. I just need more time. Excuse my dirty, nasty old lady hands. I don't know. I don't know why my hands are so close to the camera like that. Okay, so I actually spray painted the book gold. How pretty is that? And this book was actually older than the rest of them, and this is actually one of my other favorite books. So I really didn't want to do too much to hurt it because it's my favorite book and I didn't want it to be ruined. And yeah, if you use your own stuff, you just got to be careful you're not ruining your stuff that you like. So most of the time that I'm actually doing my videos, I'm actually trying to motivate a lot of people. So I'm gonna just throw a little bit in there as I'm doing my Dior book, and it's gold, and it's just reminding me how precious life is and how much we take a lot of things for granted. The reason why I say that is because sometimes we're not motivated enough to do the things that we want to do. So I just want you guys to know that it is possible to do whatever it is you want to do as long as you're the one doing it and you are constantly being consistent with the things that you want to do. And I just want to congratulate everyone out there who's been doing their best, even if it means getting up in the morning and getting out of bed, because a lot of times that's the hardest thing to do. So I just want to throw a little bit of encouragement and positivity out there in my video, because that's kind of where I've always been at. So I'm pretty much just throwing it out there while I show you my pretty gold book. So like I said before, the book is super old and it has had its time, but I actually worked with it because since I don't know the logos for Dior and I really didn't want to look it up, I decided to do the words fashion, Dior fashion, you know, with my fashion books or whatever. And there was this huge crease right in the middle of the book right there, and so I did my best to just like fold the letters on it. And I also used pliers, or the tweezers sorry, the tweezers, to help me out to, you know, push it in there and keep it steady and just put it in the wrinkles as if it was a part of the book. Yes, I have to put it out there. I am one of Poncho's fans. So if anybody knows Poncho on YouTube, I watch him all the time because he's so funny, and I always wanted to visit California, and they live in California and they have all kinds of crazy drama in California. So that's just another little tip you probably didn't need to know. Yay, it's all done. I love it. It's super gold. I've never had a gold book before. Okay, so this is my Louis Vuitton. book. This is the Chanel. I put a little rhinestones and pearls on it. Love it. And then my Dior fashion. I didn't have enough crystals, so whatever. It just looks kind of tacky, but I had to put that book on the bottom because I didn't like the cover and I didn't want to take it off. But here is the books. And there you have it. Your very own fashion books. Don't forget, you guys, please subscribe, hit that like button, and come back for more videos. Thank you. Love ya.